bromine, and iodine in an organic compound. Our aim here is to detect nitrogen, sulphur, chlorine, bromine, and iodine in an organic compound. Theory: to detect the elements nitrogen, sulphur, chlorine, bromine, and iodine in the given organic compound, small amount of the organic compound is fused with sodium metal. The fused mass is extracted with water. This converts the elements into their water-soluble inorganic compounds which can be easily tested. Nitrogen of the organic compound is converted to sodium cyanide. Sulphur is converted to sodium sulfide. Halogen is converted to sodium halide. To perform this experiment, the apparatus required are test tubes with a test tube stand, sodium fusion tube, porcelain dish, funnel, pair of tongs, dropper, a capillary, and filter papers. The chemicals required are the given organic compounds, sodium metal, freshly prepared ferrous sulfate, dilute sodium hydroxide, dilute sulfuric acid, dilute nitric acid, sodium nitroprusside solution, chloroform, silver nitrate solution, acetic acid, lead acetate solution, chlorine water, and distilled water. Let us perform the experiment. First, we shall prepare the sodium fusion extract. Take about 10 ml of distilled water in an evaporating dish and keep it on the experiment table. Also keep an asbestos sheet ready. Carefully take a small piece of sodium metal in a dry fusion tube. Push it into the bottom of the fusion tube using a capillary. Hold it with a pair of tongs. Now heat it gently. We can see it starts melting. Once it has melted completely, allow it to cool for a few seconds. Add a small amount of the organic compound. Now heat the fusion tube in the oxidizing flame till it becomes red hot. Immediately immerse the fusion tube into the evaporating dish containing distilled water and cover it with an asbestos sheet. The fusion tube will break in water. Crush it using a glass rod. Boil the solution for about 2 minutes. Arrange the filtration assembly. Filter the solution with the help of a funnel and filter paper. This process removes the insoluble impurities. The filtrate obtained is called sodium extract or Lassagnese extract. This solution is used for various tests. Test 1. Test for nitrogen. Take about 1 ml of the sodium extract solution in a clean test tube. Add 1 ml of freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution and a few drops of sodium hydroxide solution. Boil the solution. Allow it to cool. Acidify the solution by adding dilute sulfuric acid solution. The solution becomes clear. If there is green or Prussian blue coloration, it indicates the presence of nitrogen. Test 2. Test for sulphur. Take about 1 ml of the sodium extract solution in a clean test tube. Add 1 ml of sodium nitroprusside. There is an intense purple or violet coloration. This indicates the presence of sulphur. Take about 1 ml of the sodium extract solution in a clean test tube. Add 1 ml of acetic acid and 1 ml of lead acetate solution. There is a black precipitate formed. This indicates the presence of sulphur. Test 3. Test for halogens: chlorine, bromine, iodine. Take 1 ml of the sodium fusion extract in a clean test tube. Add few drops of dilute nitric acid and silver nitrate solution. If there is a thick white precipitate formed, take a part of this precipitate and add 2 drops of concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Shake well. The precipitate dissolves completely. This shows that the compound may contain chlorine. If there is pale yellow precipitate formed, take a part of this precipitate and add 2 drops of concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Shake well. The precipitate is sparingly soluble in ammonium hydroxide solution. This indicates the compound may contain bromine. If there is a yellow precipitate, take a part of this precipitate and add 2 drops of concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Shake well. The precipitate is insoluble in ammonium hydroxide solution. This indicates the compound may contain iodine. Now, let us perform the distinction test for halogens. Take about 1 ml of the sodium fusion extract in a clean, dry test tube. Add few drops of dilute sulfuric acid, 1 ml of chloroform, and 1 ml of chlorine water. Shake well. Observe the lower chloroform layer. If there is a colorless layer, this indicates the presence of chlorine. If there is a yellowish brown layer, this indicates the presence of bromine. If there is a violet or pink layer, this indicates the presence of iodine. Result: the given organic compound is found to contain the elements which gave a positive test.